Hey guys, Ashton here. In today's video I'm going to show you how I shot and edited this Apple Watch commercial. So the first thing that I did was write down my idea, or a shortlist you could say. So here I've got two sets of ideas that I've written down, but I wasn't really able to shoot according to this because the shoot got quite challenging. The amount of dust that kept landing on the watch was just a pain in the ass. So the entire video was shot without any picture profile because the light that I have isn't powerful enough for me to shoot in S-Log or Cine 2. So my setup was basically a Godox SL60 on a C-stand right above the watch. So let's get into some of the shots that I got. So the first shot that I got was of the Apple Watch box rotating on a drill machine. So for this shot I attached a skewer to the watch through one of the holes and I used a mini LED light to create the light reflections on the edges. And obviously this watch has got some pretty cool watch faces, so I decided to get shots of I think about 8 or 9 different watch faces. So I also got some rotating shots of the watch, but I couldn't really use it because when the watch rotates you can see the stand, and masking it out would probably even make the strap go away. So yeah, I just couldn't use those shots. So the next thing that I did was get some detailed shots. So what I did was just held the watch in my hand and moved it around slightly in different ways. And yeah, I think I got some pretty cool shots. So this shot actually wasn't even supposed to be in the edit. I was just literally moving my hand away from the frame, and when I reversed it, it kind of looked cool in my opinion, so I used it. So these were all the shots that I got, and now I'll show you a little bit of the editing. So basically this whole video had a little bit of masking. So for this first shot what I did was I added a scale and a rotation keyframe, and then I took it into After Effects and just masked out the background. And this is just the stock footage that I downloaded off of Storyblocks, not sponsored by the way, obviously. And the second shot as well, kind of similar to the first one. It was a static shot, so I just added a mask and a scale in and a rotation keyframe. So these here are the detailed shots that I got. I'm actually kind of surprised at how they turned out because it was all shot handled, so I was expecting there to be a lot of shake. And yeah, the warp stabilizer did quite a good job actually. So what I did for these shots was the usual keyframes, scale in and rotation, and then I added in some particle stock footage that I downloaded. So I reduced the opacity of this particle dust stock footage. I kept it at 28%, and then I added a mask to it according to the movement of the watch. And I also added a little bit of Gaussian blur to it to make it look like it's in the background. So this was one of the shots that I got while the watch was on the watch stand, and I just changed the watch phases on my phone. So basically what I did here was I scaled in the shot and then I added a rotation to it. So I just copy pasted the attributes to the second clip as well. So the movement just kind of matches, you know, when it cuts to the next phase. And this shot was also quite simple. It was a static shot, so I just kept changing the watch phases on my phone. And then I cut about 15 frames of each watch phase, took it into After Effects, and since it was a static shot, it was easier to mask. And then I brought it back into Premiere Pro and added a scale in and a rotation. And I think both these stock footages together bring this shot to life. So it's basically the same for most of these shots, a scale in and a rotation keyframe. And I think using this stock footage really made the video pop because without that it would just be a black background, and I think it looks kind of boring that way. Anyways, that's it for the video guys. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.